And actually, we brought down the structures of apartheid. We brought down the National Party government in a way that was totally unexpected, but yet successful. And if the politics of decency and integrity and courage and virtue that the UDF took as the way in which politics should be done, if that has all been taken seriously, we would have been in a very, very different place today. And so I cannot celebrate 40 years ago as if nothing has happened. I can celebrate that the real spirit of the United Democratic Front is still alive, and it's not in these groups who want to defend one political party because they are in trouble. It's not in the groups who come from white society like Dr. Condemns, who now all of a sudden grabs the UDF and the history and the memory of the for their political purposes. It's not among those people who want to memorize us, is a word that one must remember, of what has really happened and of who we really are. But so I'm calling upon those people, not just those who were present 40 years ago, and those who have stayed in the struggle, those who have stayed faithful, and those who still stand today, and those who are not afraid to tell the truth as it is, to bring our people together and to work for that fundamental change, politically, socially, economically, and otherwise. From the grievances of all our people now. The problems that we face are fundamentally the same problems. And the issues that concern you are the same issues of concern from Cape Town to Pretoria. When I called for the UDF formation in 1983 in January, one of the points I made was to point out the dangers of ethnicity, tribalism, ethno-national politics. I repeated that point in the call. I repeated that point in the speech in Mrs. Plain in August of that year. I repeated that 25 years later at UWC when the UDF was 25 years old, and I'm still at that point. And now you can see what happens when we allow these ethnic politics, the racialistic thinking, that old apartheid and colonialist mindset to get a hold of us. It drives our people away from one another, it scatters us, it weakens us, and it's all for the benefit of those who have no interest to give us the freedom or to allow us to enjoy the freedom that we have fought for. So we've got to stop this nonsense. We've got to stop thinking of each other in racial context. We've got to try and think of ourselves as South Africans who are together and people who are children of God who can fight for their freedom. All right. We need justice, we need peace, we all do. So what if we fight for these things, for all jobs, for all have a blanket? But if I put the blanket over my children's head, the rest with their feet, if I put them over... But that is not the celebration of the UDF. Remember that, my brother. That is the celebration of people who have been in power over the last 30 years, who have used that power to break down every single thing that the UDF stood for. Those are the people who were first in the choir to say the UDF must be killed 1 year after the ANC came back into the country. You cannot kill the UDF. And now that you are in difficulties and in trouble and the people don't trust you anymore and you've lost the love and the loyalty of your people and you have lost direction of your politics, now you want to use the UDF and the spirit of the UDF to reclaim your role in politics and to reclaim your party's role in our people's heart. It cannot happen. So I will be celebrating. But I will be celebrating a different UDF. I will not be on the stage with people who have first killed the UDF and now want to abuse our people's love for the UDF for their own political use.